girls, and welcome to Jam 2020. My name is Boffin, and I am an inventor.
And my name is Brainwave. I am Boffin's apprentice and also his best friend.
Sadly, we aren't able to be at Orangefield this year for Jam. However, we're still going to be with you through these videos that you can watch at home.
Phew! For a second there, Boffin, I thought that you were going to say that there wasn't going to be any Jam at all this year.
Of course there's going to be Jam this year. Could you imagine not having Jam?
That would be a horrible summer, Boffin.
Well, Brainwave, should we tell the kids what we've been up to and what exciting things we're going to do during Jam this year?
Oh yes. I cannot wait to tell the kids.
Well, over lockdown, me and Brainwave have been trying to get really fit. So, every day we've been doing some really exciting exercises.
We like to call it Boffin and Brainwave's Workout Bonanza.
And every day of Jam, we thought it'd be really fun if we did a bit of our exercise with you at home. So we'll do it here, and you can do it at home with whoever you are. Get your mums and your dads and everyone who's at your house involved and get doing some exercise.
Yeah.
So, shall we do some exercise? Okay. So we'll start with some stretches. Get nice and warmed up. Do your arms. Do your arms. And the other arm again. And the other arm one more time. And then some lunges. Get your legs warmed up. Another one. Ooh, big stretches. Other leg again. And right leg one more time. Ooh, big stretches. Okay, now for the really hard part. Some star jumps. Ooh, big star jumps. Fast as you can. Feel the burn. Get everyone involved. Okay, and now we're gonna run in the spot.
As fast as you can.
Get your knees up. Fast as you can. And straight back into star jumps again. Ooh. Oh, okay. And that's it. That's us. Well done. Good job.
Yes.
Good session. That was a good session. Oh, yes. I'm tired.
Me too,
I'm
Boffin.
tired.
Me too. Now that we're all warmed up though, why don't we show the kids the exciting project we've been working on?
Yes, that is a great idea. So, me and Brainwave have spent the last couple of months making the Mega Machine. Whoa. Isn't it amazing? It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And today is a very special occasion.
Today, Boffin and I are finally going to finish the Mega Machine. And all of you boys and girls are going to see us turn it on for the first time.
Once we've finished the machine, we'll have to put it through some tests. So, make sure you come back every day of Jam so you can watch us test the Mega Machine.
Well, what are we waiting for, Boffin? Let's finish the machine and turn it on!
Okay, let's do it. Okay, so the final piece, where does it go?
I think it just goes on the top there.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah, that seems right. Right. Shall we turn it on?
Let's go.
Nothing happened.
Why is it taking so long?
Great. This is a bit awkward.
Okay then.
Brainwave, don't make such a mess. Remember, we don't have any J crew with us to help clean us up this year.
But I get really hungry when I'm bored, Boffin.
You're dropping crumbs everywhere.
Sorry.
Speaking of crumbs, why don't you put...
No!
Come on, let's just put a bit into the Mega Machine and see what happens.
Just a tiny bit.
Just a crumb. Just a crumb. Okay, so let's see. We'll put a crumb in. Ooh, very good. Let's see what happens. Oh my days! Did you see that?
It made a whole muffin from just that crumb.
That is so cool. That was a very successful test, if you ask me.
Yes, I have to agree, Boffin.
And you know what's even better? I'm just so glad that all these kids were able to see such a successful first test of the Mega Machine. But I also heard there's quite a few kids didn't get their invitation to come and watch.
Really?
I also think there's a few just didn't want to come and watch.
It's really sad. But you know what, Boffin? That really reminds me of a story that I once heard.
Oh yes, I think I remember that one too. I do remember. And I think the kids might be around about that story today.
No way. Well, Boffin, I think we should let the kids go and maybe sing some songs.
Yeah, that
so
sounds like fun.
they can continue to have even more fun.
Yeah, well, while you all go and sing some songs, we'll see you all tomorrow for the next test of the Mega Machine.
Bye.
See you all.
I am free to live for Jesus. I am free to sing his name as loud as I can, 'cause Jesus came to earth to save me. And he's coming back again. And he picked me up and spun me round, turned my whole life upside down, opened up my eyes and set me free. Jesus and me. I am free to live for Jesus. I am free to sing his name as loud as I can, 'cause Jesus came to earth to save me. And he's coming back again. And he picked me up, spun me round, turned my whole life upside down, opened up my eyes and set me free. Jesus and me. Jesus, Jesus and me, Jesus, Jesus and me, Jesus, Jesus and me, Lord. Jesus, Jesus and me, Jesus, Jesus and me, Jesus, Jesus and me, Lord. Jesus, Jesus and me, Jesus, Jesus and me, Jesus, Jesus and me, Lord. Jesus, Jesus and me, Jesus, Jesus and me, Jesus, Jesus and me, Lord. And he picked me up, spun me round, turned my whole life upside down, opened up my eyes, set me free. And he picked me up, spun me round, turned my whole life upside down, opened up my eyes, set me free. Jesus and me.
So, hello boys and girls, my name's Aaron, and all this week we're going to be hearing stories about Jesus, what he does, who he is, and why he's so special. So first of all, it's important to remember that Jesus is God's Son, and he loves us very much. And in today's story, we're going to be learning about Jesus meeting a guy called Matthew. Now, Matthew was a tax collector, and that's a big word, but a tax collector was somebody who took money from all the people and took all their money away and kept a wee bit for themselves and give others to the Romans, who were the leaders. They were like the government. And tax collectors weren't really liked because they took so much money from people, but they took more than they needed, and they always took extra. Oh, sorry to interrupt. This is Bethany, my tax collector. Hey, do you want my taxes? Yes.
I do indeed.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
So yes.
Come on, Aaron. That's not enough. A wee bit more.
I'll tell you what. This is desperate. You know, you work so hard and then you just have to give it all away.
Thank you.
Unbelievable. But anyway, so yes, tax collectors, they weren't the most popular people. And our main guy in today's story, Matthew, was a tax collector. So Jesus was walking along the street in a town called Capernaum, and he came across Matthew in the street. And he went over to Matthew, and he said, "Matthew, come and follow me and be my disciple." And Matthew was really surprised, because Matthew didn't really have any friends. Nobody really liked him. And this guy Jesus wanted to be his friend and wanted Matthew to come and follow him. He was quite surprised and excited. And he was so excited that he invited Jesus to his house that night for dinner, because Matthew was holding a dinner for him and for other tax collectors. And he invited Jesus along to come as well. And later on, on, some of the religious leaders, they were called the Pharisees, and they asked Jesus why he was going to a tax collector's house. Somebody that was so unpopular and evil, why would Jesus go there? And Jesus replied and said that only sick people need a doctor and healthy people do not. And what that means, boys and girls, is that Jesus was saying that he is like a doctor, in that he wants to help and know everybody, but especially those who have done wrong. So Jesus went to Matthew's house that evening and had dinner with all the other tax collectors, and all the other people there got to know Jesus and got to know that he was God's son, and got to know that Jesus really loved them and wanted to be friends with them. So Jesus' friendship spread. Not only had Matthew made a friend in Jesus, but so had all these other tax collectors as well. And you know what, boys and girls? Jesus wants to be your friend too, because he wants to be everybody's friend. No matter, it doesn't matter if you're really old, or if you're really young, or if you're really big, or really small, or really blonde, or really whatever. Jesus wants to be your friend, even if you've done wrong or done bad things. And during the week, we're going to be learning about how important it is to be a friend of Jesus, and why we're, as leaders, why we're friends with Jesus, and how that can change our lives. But I hope you remember Matthew, and especially all about Jesus and their interaction.
1. So hi guys, our memory verse this week is all about God's love. So God's love is the biggest thing ever. If you think about the biggest thing you've ever seen, maybe it's the Eiffel Tower, the Empire State Building, some really big building. Well, God's love is so big, it makes that look like the tiniest wee ant. God's love is absolutely massive. And that love that God has is for us. He loves and cares about us so much. So this verse is all about how big God's love really is. So the verse goes like this: how wide, how long, and how high and how deep is the love of Christ. And that's found in Ephesians chapter 3, verse 18. So what we're going to do is we're going to say it all together. You're going to say it with me. But as we do it, we're going to do some actions. So when I say how wide, I need you to stretch out as wide as possible. Okay? And when I say how long, I need you to reach up, like you're big and tall, as high as you can. And then when I say high, I want you to jump up. And when I say deep, I want you to shrink down. Okay? And when I say love, if you do this, and for Christ, if you point up like that, because that's signifying Christ. Okay, so after 3, we're going to say it all together and we're going to do all the actions. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. How wide and long and high and deep is the love of Christ. And that's Ephesians chapter 3, verse 18. I think we'll do it one more time. So after 3 again, okay? 1, 2, 3. How wide, how long, how high, and how deep is the love of Christ. Ephesians chapter 3, verse 18.
Hello, and I hope you're really enjoying jam. Our jam craft today is we're going to make a pizza. An easy peasy pizza, a little bit like this one. So the first thing you'll need to do is wash your hands, because you're going to have to get your hands into the bowl and get a little bit messy. So that'll be fun. So the first thing you do is you put the flour and the butter in together, which I've already done, and give it a wee, get your hands in and give it a really, really good stir with your hands. And if you get it between your fingers and your thumbs, like this, you can get it really nice and crumbly. And then you put a little bit of milk in. You usually just need a little bit of milk, like this. And then you use a fork, like this, and you bind it all together, like this, into a nice ball. You bring it all together, and that makes the pizza base. Now, I hope you all really like pizza. Not everybody does. So if you don't really like pizza, you could make this for somebody in your house, maybe a brother or sister, or maybe one of your adults. Okay, so that is the base. So it looks like this, like a little bit of bread. And what we're going to do is you get a baking tray and you put it in the middle and you just use your hands and you squash it like this, like a wee fist, okay? And you squash it out like this and you make it into a pizza shape. And it needs to be quite thin. So if it looks a little bit like a pizza, so something like that, okay? And then the really fun bit is putting the toppings on. So I've got some tomato puree here, which we'll put on, and a little, if you use a little spoon to put it on. I know one wee boy that just likes tomato puree in his pizza and nothing else. And if that's what you like, that is fine. So you spread the tomato puree, if I can show you this, as far to the edges as you can. And then if you're like me, you will love cheese. And you can put lots of cheese on, if that's what you like that. And some people love other toppings like herbs or sweet corn or onions, whatever else you want, you can put on that. So that's what it looks like. Then you definitely need an adult to help you with the last bit, because this is where your pizza goes into the oven. And it goes in for 10 to 15 minutes at 200 degrees centigrade. So I hope you enjoy making your pizza. And even more, I hope you enjoy eating your easy peasy pizza.
Everyone, thank you so much for coming today. We really hope you've enjoyed Jam today, and we hope that you will join us all tomorrow at the same time. See you all then.